Consider this scenario. You're at the supermarket standing in front of the milk fridge, but today, the brand you usually buy isn't there. You have to pick something else, something new, something you haven't tried before. There are two options. The first one has a nice, clean, modern logo, packaging, a nice graphic design. It ticks all the boxes, it says milk and it's $3.59. The second one feels like it was made in small batches. The label was intentionally rustic, it's kind of warm and friendly. On the side of the bottle, there's a short story about how the dairy kept people going during the Great Depression, how the farmer lost his job in a factory and saw a need to feed his family and the wider community, and how the dairy has now been passed down through generations, still holding and embodying those same values today. This milk is $4.40. The question is, how do you choose? Which one would you choose? You might go with the cheaper one. That's what a certain kind of shopper would do. They don't care where the milk came from or what it stands for. They're just here for a good deal. Lowest price wins. That's fair enough. But for another kind of consumer, they will go straight to the second one. Not because the milk's necessarily better, but because the story behind it speaks to them. It resonates with them. They connect with the heritage, the values, and the intention behind the brand. And they want to be part of that story. Buying that milk feels like a choice that their kind of person would make. So it's not just about the milk anymore, it's about identity, it's about values, and ultimately it's about belonging. They're buying the $4.40 milk because it says something about who they are to themselves and to the people around them. Really, neither brand is wrong here. These are just two different business models. But the first one, it's pretty replaceable. The people who buy it probably don't have any loyalty. If someone releases a milk that's 10 cents cheaper tomorrow, they'll switch in a heartbeat, which means that the business behind that brand has really thin margins. They have to ship a high volume of product, which comes with high stress. They're constantly exposed and they're actually really vulnerable. They're just kind of out in the open, hoping that no one undercuts them. They're like a sitting duck. The second brand though, the Story brand, they're building something completely different. They've actually got fans, not just buyers. And people want to be a part of their story. They'll tell their guests about the story of the milk over tea. When the price goes up, they'll probably still buy it. And if a new brand enters the market, they may not even notice. Why is that? Because they're not just buying milk, they're invested. Plus that brand can take better care of their animals, their land, their staff, and they're not competing. They've actually created their own lane, a lane that no one else can swim in. So the question is, do you want to be the $3.59 milk or the $4.40 milk? I know which milk I'd rather be.